Happy Time Zone viewers, and welcome to our Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary Chronicle, Toronto by Day, Tales from the Rookery. As a warning, this is a mature game, even though sometimes it masquerades as something else, and it may explore some dark and troubling themes. These may include, but are not limited to, body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. All of our players at the table have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively work to avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using yellow and red cards in our private chat. And if you, as the viewer, ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause, step away. Our streams are available on YouTube on the Vancouver by Night channel after the game, so you can always catch up, come back to an episode afterwards when you feel more prepared, or heck, skip the episode and go on to the next one. And speaking of YouTube, go over there and sign up now. Subscribe. There's a contest going on right now. If you subscribe before the end of April, and this game is before the end of April, so we'll pause for a second so that you can hop over there and subscribe real quick. Okay, excellent. Welcome back. Okay, and we have a sponsor. We are so proud to have a sponsor. Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs makes these beautiful, gorgeous dice boxes by hand. These are hand painted. It's not done with I've seen the process. There are no stencils or anything. He all does it freehand. They are awesome. They are cloth wrapped on the inside. Lots of place to put your dice. His information will be that, against the black background, that's really good. That direction in the chat, where you can, if you want, send him a private little message and talk to him about, he does Vampire the Masquerade stuff. He's now doing Changeling stuff, and I do mean stuff plural. Keep an eye out. It's going to be a little bit, but we've got more stuff coming down the pipeline. And now that we have appropriately applauded Artoria Designs, as is our privilege to have him as our sponsor, let's meet our players. How is everyone doing tonight?
Saturday.
Excellent. Fantastic. So I'm going to pick a random direction because much like whose line is it anyways, the direction doesn't matter. And we will go through the motley, introduce yourselves, and let the viewers, especially our first-time watchers, know a little bit about who you're playing. Let's start. I usually start down at the bottom. Let's start at the top tonight with Michael, please.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike. I will be playing Hunter Lanigan, the troll of Motley. Pronouns he, him.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Blade.
Oh, that's me.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Beyblade on the internet. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Beyblade, Babe_Blade 666. I'm playing Rosaline Kelly today. She's a Salua. It's very fun. I like this game.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next up, we have Zev.
Hey everyone, I'm Zev. I'm playing Volodymyr Mikhailovich, the knocker and chaotic dumb he/him member of the Motley. Really looking forward to seeing what I can build this week.
We'll use the term build, sure. We can, yes, that's a word.
It might be
Modify?
repurposing.
Excellent. Thank you, Zev. Next up, we have Najra.
Hey everyone, I'm Najra. I play Fagwa, your very curious issue. And let's see what trouble we get into this game.
Thank you very much. And rounding out the motley, we have Crystal.
Hello, hi, I'm Crystal playing Lily Winters, your friendly neighborhood Corrid. She, her for both of us. And no, I'm not worried. Why should I be worried? Are you worried? Who's worried?
None of our viewers should be worried.
Maybe.
And once again, we will let a random dice. I will pick this one because I like the color of the numbers on it. Determine which of our 5 Motley members is going to tell us what happened last week, so we can fill in anyone who missed last game. And it's going. Wow. Okay, that's it's going to be our troll Hunter again.
Round 2, huh?
2 weeks in a row. That's the dice like you for some reason.
We're doing that. The new ones are doing that. Like 2 weeks me, 2 weeks you. Now 2 weeks.
If it's next week, it's rigged. Oh. I won't hold it against you, Clef. So last week, our fine Motley went over the individual things that they did the week after court up until the following Thursday evening, where they encountered some strange happenings in our favorite sick kids hospital. We happened to come across a new Motley member, but not at that time, named Rosaline. She was going through her chrysalis. And at the same time, the same things that were happening on the previous Halloween started happening in the entire hospital. And when we were coming out of the freehold, we were still our seeming selves. So some shenanigans took place. Some equipment was smashed. Some equipment was magically created. Our favorite CPR dummy was fresh as ever. And we finally got Rosaline back to the freehold after she decided to put up with all of us. And we calmed her down. And then we had a crazy knock at our door. And I didn't catch her name at the very end.
Mrs. Richmond is in the building.
Yeah, Mrs. Richmond.
Who is that? Who is that?
Yeah.
Why is Lester so concerned?
And right
I mean,
before all
Lester's
that, all of
always
us
concerned.
took a
Lester is
oath.
always concerned. He's easily concerned.
So I
but-
guess Lily took a primary oath. All of us took a subsidiary oath to help guide Rosaline.
For 1 year and 1 day.
And I got to smack Hunter.
Yes, within
And you got to smack me and hurt your hand.
within Changeling society, a new changeling who has gone through the dream dance portion of their chrysalis and woken to themselves is often adopted by an elder changeling, or more often these days, a motley, who then give them an oath of fosterage. And they are now responsible for the new changeling's education and protection for the next year and a day. And then there's other stuff that will go on too. One of you knows all about that. Two of you could probably remember certain things as well if you do the right stuff. So at the end of last episode, Lester, the bogan, had knocked on the door and mentioned that Mrs. Richmond is in the building, but that's okay, I've got it handled. And then he just disappears. He closes the door and you hear him skitter off.
Huh.
So we are going to bounce through again for another week of fun and see if there are some highlights to the week, some interesting things that have gone on, and what people are doing as you decide
wait,
whether
he just left and we like
Yes.
didn't go find
Oh,
out.
even if you rushed after him and opened the door, the elevator doors are closing and he's gone.
Okay.
Ooh.
You will also find that when you exit the freehold, your Fey, Bean, and Voil disappears, and you put on your human seeming again. So it seems everything has kind of returned to what most of the world would call normal, or at least the previous state of being.
Anyone knows who Mrs. Richmond is? Like it's someone important?
I am having no idea.
Never heard the name before.
Is there any
Got me.
important Mrs. Richmond working in the hospital kind of thing?
Actually, everybody who would like to, who works in and around the hospital, which would be everybody, can give me an intelligence plus give me a second, intelligence plus investigation roll No, it wouldn't be investigation because investigation would mean so you'd be digging into this. It would be something that you potentially would already know. Well, let's just go with intelligence plus alertness, with 9s and 10s as being the targets because it won't be common knowledge.
2 successes.
9.
1 out of 7. I need new
Nobody
dice.
knows.
If any of you makes dice and want to send me cute D10s, I'll buy them.
I will as well.
Your guys just don't like you. It's sad.
It's
Okay,
because
so
they're not a set.
we're just waiting on Rosaline. So you'll be rolling perception awareness is 5 dice and 9s and 10s, please.
I gotta reboot my page. My cat just messed up my whole setup here. So
Oh,
I'm
God.
so
Damn
sorry.
cat strikes again.
No, that's okay. That's a
Over
very Faye thing to have happening when a cat decides, yeah, you're not paying attention to me, so guess what? I'm going to screw with your shit.
Knocked over my
Watch
mouse
this.
and, like my computer, and then it shut down.
Hey human, look what I can do.
Mine just
Cat.
decided to play fetch.
With all my cords and stuff. It's awesome.
I'm helping.
That's why I have a dog.
Nah.
He's upstairs in the cage.
If I was
mean-
back in Vermont, Floki would be. You'd see Floki's head popping into the bottom of the camera. He's too big for me to keep out of camera range.
You can skip me if you want. Continue.
Okay, well, you're also fairly new to the hospital, so it's unlikely that you would have heard the name. Those who got 1, no. Those who got 2, maybe something somewhere. But if you ask one of the people up the ladder, who's been here longer and is maybe in charge of some stuff, you might be able to get an answer. Not just Lester or Arthur, but head nurses.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So
Head of the maintenance
to, like,
section.
know people. Like,
Yes,
I
head of the
just look it
maintenance
up.
section.
In the
Uh,
security office.
Actually,
I
yes,
already
you'd
have
be
to have
able to
an
look it
ID.
up in the security office.
There you go.
You'd actually even be able to look it up online on the hospital website.
Do.
So all of you trundle out of the freehold, and are you all gonna like stroll down to the security office?
They don't like me down there, so
No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, but currently there's no one in the office.
like
yeah,
if they're
everybody's
already
out on patrol.
out, then sure. Just
Yeah,
because I want to know what's in
Vladimir's
there.
gonna stay outside though,
Okay.
because he got asked to fix some
Oh
wiring.
wait, no, I've already
on
been
time.
in there once. Maybe it's different.
Yeah, it's down in the basement. It looks much the way that you remember it looking, Lily, only without the additions that were there on Halloween. And interesting enough, Hunter, you've heard nothing about this from the staff at all, from the security staff. Apparently, there was some hijinks and shenanigans that went on at Halloween, masked kids and weird stuff and things like that. But
Yeah, those humans coming up with stories
Yeah.
about Changeling stuff.
it takes you maybe 5 minutes to find out that Mrs. Richmond is the wife of one of the trustees.
Oh no.
And has been known to stick her nose into hospital business from time to time. And her husband fully supports anything that she wants to get up on. The last time she stuck her nose in was a couple of years ago with doing a volunteer something.
That could end up being a problem.
But she had to be one of
So
us.
wait, what was the last thing that she did?
It was a little volunteer thing involving a mess of kids and arts and crafts and
Yeah, but a couple of years ago though.
yes.
Lily,
Mm-hmm.
when we're inside the freehold
Yes.
and people are outside,
Yep.
is it just like a regular door?
Well, I mean, pretty much if you don't have the right key, the freehold doesn't open, and it also doesn't open except on Thursday evenings. That's
Have you ever had a human knock on the outside when everybody was inside and the door was shut?
I don't know, storyteller. Have we ever had that happen?
No.
Because otherwise, this had to be one of us knocking.
Hmm.
Does that sound logical in a
Well,
illogical
I mean, because
changeling society? You
I
know?
mean, because human or whatever, they just see, like you've seen it. It's just a glass door. Like it doesn't look like anything. You can see straight through it. It's just a waiting room.
I'm only asking because we heard her knock.
We did?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Player me doesn't remember what happened last time.
It was
No.
Like Lily would remember, but
No. That was Lester who knocked.
no, that was Lester
I thought
saying
she knocked.
no.
Okay.
Lester knocked. We opened the door. He was like, checking in on us, making sure that we had found Rosaline and done the taking her
All
in.
right, then that's my
And
mistake.
then he said, hurry up because Mrs. Richmond is downstairs. Like that's important, or like any of us would know what that means.
Then perhaps when we go to court this evening, we can ask around to see if she is one of us. If she isn't, then we can handle her on
There's a
the
court this
outside
evening?
the next time it comes around.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
think
we
it's
can
kinda
ask
late
around. Yeah, because we can ask
tonight.
around when there is court next, but because they're not like I don't know when the next one is, and it kind of changes often.
I'm only saying because Lester made it seem like she was kind of important and having it on our
Important
aspect.
and worrisome.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Is there okay, so that like time-wise, this is all the same evening and we just saw Lester?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So would I be able to try and like sense Mrs. Richmond or like kind of like how when we were trying to find Rosaline?
Well, you were able to sense Rosaline because she was giving off massive waves of glamour.
Right.
You would know that that is something that happens during the dream dance portion of the chrysalis. That's it. The rest of the time, no. For example, you could not sense all of the changelings gathered together for court.
See, I just assumed it was like that because it's court and maybe it's like shielded or something, so you can't.
No. No,
Oh.
when you see a changeling, you have the ability more often than not to figure out they're a changeling. But you
I
have to be
see.
within a sight line. You can't just
Alright.
close your eyes and use some form of fadar.
Well, shucks.
It would be handy if you could.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It would. Well, I'm gonna. Is this all the information that we can find? That she's the wife of one of the trustees and often gets involved in hospital business at
Yes.
random.
If she has a husband that's involved in hospital business and he comes
Mhm.
on facility grounds, he would have some type of identification registered also,
Yep.
correct?
Yes, and he
So
pretty
I would be
much
able to
only
look
shows
him up.
up. Yep, he pretty much only shows up for the trustee meetings, the board of directors meetings,
Okay.
which happen about once every quarter.
If
Not often enough.
we are in the security room, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, maybe we can see her.
Hunter, can you look for her on the cameras? Can we like follow her?
Sure, I don't see why not. Would you like me to make a role storyteller?
Yeah, I would actually, if you'd be so kind. Do intelligence and computer, please.
Would I be able to use perception since there's probably more than multiple cameras?
Do.
We are in the security hub.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yes, perception and computer. And you're gonna need 8s, 9s, and 10s.
Oh God.
Well, first of all, there is no picture of her in the information, so you're not quite sure who you're looking for, though you've kind of got an idea of what kind of person she's probably going to be. However, and you also figure out that, you know what, if you can find Lester, you can find her, but Lester is currently not on any of the cameras. And there's no, you see nurses, you see orderlies. The chaos that was happening seems to have evened out fairly quickly. A lot of the hospital has gone back to its regularly scheduled program.
Fortunately, I don't see anything out of the ordinary. And I can't find Lester. And I don't know what she looks like. So until we get a picture of her, or we get somebody who knows what she looks like and gets to introduce us, we're kind of SOL.
Right.
I am not thinking we want to meet her.
I'm agreeing.
Well, Lester kind of implied that she was kind of looking for us because if she hadn't, he would not have gotten into the room we were in because no regular person can get there.
Oh, now there's a wonder.
So I think it's probably best, and I'm gonna pull up Lester's card that he gave me the first day, and I'm gonna call him from my phone.
Okay. It's about 4, maybe 5 rings, and then it's hello. You know what to do. Thank you.
Uh, I hung up. He's not picking
Yeah,
up.
I'm having an idea and I'm not liking it.
Volodymyr kind of raises a hand. I am also having idea.
What do you want to do?
What's your idea?
My idea is we leave.
Good idea, but that's not what I was thinking.
We can't run forever, Volodymyr. And if she
But
really
we can,
wants to talk to us, she's probably gonna find a way.
but we can be running for today.
And then what? And like,
We'd figure something else out.
and why is it so bad that a rich lady? Okay, I know rich
No,
ladies
no,
are
no. Okay,
annoying.
okay, okay, okay. I'm
Rich
just gonna say
ladies,
it because
always
while this
bad
is
news.
part of the reason, when we were upstairs, we did the whole oath thing. A big chunk of why we did that is because when you're brand new changeling, there's like a few different kinds of other changelings who would try to, eat her.
Is that what this
Okay.
lady does?
I don't know, but it's just because that it's kind of common that when the whole, the chrysalis and the dream dance and whatever is going on, that it can end up attracting like
Sharks.
sharks, but like Dantanes, which is like banality driven kind of changelings, or like kind of the other kinds, which are like very dark and unseelie kind of peoples, or just like other kinds of prodigal type
Why
things.
don't we just leave and go home?
Yeah,
But do you think
but
that Lester, like do you think the mage that is supposed to protect the thingy, the room where we meet, uh, and Lester would let someone that eats other people in, just like casually? They don't
They
they
might
work
not be
for the
having
No.
court
choice.
kind of thing?
well, it's not letting somebody in because it's the building, it's the hospital. Like the only thing really protecting the hospital is us and well, Lester and the mage. So if Lester said, "But you were there," he said, "I'll take care of this."
So,
Why
Yeah.
don't we
what are
find
you wanting to do?
I'm wanting to leave, but pay attention to our surroundings.
So, with leaving,
Yes.
I have other thought.
Uh-oh. What's the other thought?
Hmm.
We take Rosalind and we bring her somewhere safe. Duh. But also,
That's important because, well, Rosalind, where do you live? Where do you stay? Are you alone with people?
I have a couch.
Where
it's
does this
not good
couch
enough.
reside?
Put in places, people's houses.
So you don't have like even your own room somewhere.
I have a room, sure. You don't want to go there.
Mm. So
You're right, I don't. I got a
No.
pretty comfy bed. It's a
I'm
sleep
having
number.
suggestion. I have
Rondo.
I am having security.
It does. I've seen it. It's big.
Until this is blowing over, I am suggesting that she come and she can have my room. I sleep in workshop until this is blown over.
I have places to hide.
You do, but you also have people here that are willing to protect you.
And you
might be better off with one of us keeping an eye on you.
and the things that will be looking for you now that you are being snack know how to find you.
Yeah, see that to them you're still basically like a giant beacon or glowing.
Is blood in water.
Yeah, you're shiny and tasty. Oh, no. Actually, ST is telling me that I'm incorrect.
This is all too much. I
Well,
don't want you guys to get hurt.
Oh,
If something bad is happening, I can repair my security. He is very tough.
I mean, I don't like to be a bother. But okay, we'll go.
It's good. Da, you come.
Doesn't feel right.
If it doesn't work out and something explodes, I have a house and I could put a restraining order on him. And he points a Polodamir. You do what you got to do, but for now, trust him. He has stuff in his shop that can probably help you out.
And you can have all of our numbers, and we can add you to
Yeah.
the WhatsApp group.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's the thing is we should whatever we decide for the evening or whatever, we should exchange, contact information so that we can reach each other. I mean, we've already done that, but you're new, so we'll all need your number and you'll need all of ours.
It's a good suggestion.
This is truly a dream.
Can confirm you are quite awake.
Hmm.
And Volodymyr just reaches out, kind of does the dunk, dunk, dunk tap on her forehead. Like, see, awake.
You're funny.
Can
I'll give you
confirm
my
is
number.
very funny.
Yes. And she'll give each of you her number.
Okay.
Speaking of housekeeping, we return to Lily. I still have a served vehicle on my property. And again, you're more than welcome to keep it there as long as you want. I just want to make sure you didn't need it for anything specific.
Well, actually, because of yeah, our adventure and everything, and just getting the car, I have gotten into the way of trying to learn, but it's I don't have like the license thing yet. So if we
You do
could
what you
keep
got to
it,
do. You take your time.
yeah,
Just
if
giving
we
you a
could
heads
keep
up.
it
It's still
parked
there.
there.
That's fine.
But I mean, I'll have to figure out because I've only got an apartment and I've never even my landlord probably told me if I have a parking spot, but I don't remember. And yeah,
Oh, I
didn't pay it.
guess this whole group thing, we can help each other with other things. So if you need to learn how to drive, I can help you with that.
Yeah, that might be good. Yeah. Oh, wheels.
We'll figure it out together.
Yeah. Okay. So are you? I mean, it's up to you, Rosaline. Like you can what you want to do, but has something been sorted out?
He's staying with me for tonight at least.
Well, we've got our numbers if you need anything.
We'll be fine. Have cereal.
I'm trying to be optimistic about this.
It's good cereal.
I mean, I've seen your apartment.
It's good. It's comfortable. Very warm.
It's not bad.
Yeah. I'm just let you know before you get there. He has a golem. It is quite tall and has 4 arms.
His good friend.
It's friendly.
It's
But
nice.
it's big.
I'll try to get out of the way.
Is Reason apartment safe?
Yeah, my impression is that he's your security system.
And
And locks on door, yes.
But yeah, several. He is thorough about that.
You don't have to
Yeah.
get out of our ways, Rosalind. We've already promised to take care of you for a year, so you gotta stick up with us for a year, and
And
I
a
think
day.
and a day, and accepting a little bit of kindness every now and then is not that bad.
It is when it's me.
If it makes you feel better, you can ask for vodka. Always helps take away guilt.
Hmm.
At least that's what my dedushka said.
Should we get going?
Yeah, I think we've been standing in this weird security office long enough.
Okay, so people scatter to their various homes. As you leave, it's about 9:30, quarter to 10. You can feel that the hospital has been settling back down to routine, and the lobby is remarkably empty as all of you exit the building.
Before we separate completely, I'm gonna tell them, I think I know where the Tanuki are. Do we want to do that before the TV show thingy, or after the TV show thingy, or before the vampire, or after the vampire kind of thing?
And
I
for
think-
thinking we
I don't
do
know
that
if my brain
tomorrow.
just glitched or what.
We should definitely have a sit down the next time we get together and figure out what the priorities are. And obviously, since
Well, how
Lily
about,
is most
how about, you
experienced
know-
at the situations.
yeah, because it's getting late. So
Yeah.
how about tomorrow, since most of us now we know where Hunter's place is, how about we all just group up there again? And
That's fine.
Yeah, it's good.
hash it out then, because
Sure.
this was a lot. And yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah.
It's a good plan. Proud to be a part of it. You
Okay.
have money for bus fare, Rosalind?
Yes.
Good.
Don't sit too close to me on the bus. You'll get
I'm
weird
keeping you
looks.
in my eyesight.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
then you follow me. Duh. I get off bus, you get off bus.
Okay, so we will do a little round of the evening as everyone winds everything down, and we'll save those two for the fun that happens at the end. Lily and Fagwa, getting home, there's nothing special that goes on. You know, the evening wraps well. You do whatever it is that you do to, before you go to sleep. You have a relatively good night. Actually, Lily, how many points of nightmare do you have?
Mhm.
How
Uh-oh.
many points of nightmare do you have?
Mhm. 3.
3? Could you roll me 3 dice and tell me what you get, please?
Oh, no.
2 7s and a 3.
Excellent. No ones, no tens. That's a wonderful thing. However, the 7s are, you don't get a great night's sleep, but you don't get a horrible night's sleep. There aren't going to be any penalties for it this time. I mean, yeah, nothing horrible results.
Mm. How do
Hunter,
we get rid of that? Or do you?
yeah, no, spending more time in the freehold and in the dreaming. There are a couple of other things that you could do, going on quests, which you
I
guys
see.
are right on the edge of doing
Yes,
several
we
times
are.
over. You just have to figure them
Yes,
out.
that is. Yep.
Hunter, you get home, standard evening at home, relax, unwind. It's another night where you do not sleep well, and not long after you go to sleep, you find yourself Standing outside what looks like a park area, you can kind of see, you might call them homes along one side of the park, but if this is a city, this is at best a town. It's not very big. The homes are all large brick and primarily brick structures. Nothing that looks very modern at all. And there are a number of people, a crowd actually. They seem to be proud. They seem to be, it looks like it's either sunset or sunrise. You're not sure which way you're facing, but the sun is low to the horizon. And there is a large group of changeling sorts in rather ornate foil, horseback, banners, a number of attendants heading into the park and seem to be kind of going around a copse of trees and not coming out the other side. And as you're standing there, somebody who's standing kind of in front of you, about the same size as you, not quite the same shade of skin, missing the horns, but has large tusks. The skin is a little more blue than yours, a little less gray, and he just puts one large, beefy, muscular arm kind of across your chest, and in a voice that you can feel almost as much as you can hear, says, "No, we're not going." And then you wake up. And you're muted. And you wake up and it's about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
It's another cold sweat. I wish I could figure this out. He tries to go back to bed if he can, but
Yep. It's
probably not a good chance.
not easy getting back to sleep, but the rest of your night passes without strange dreams or any incident that worries you. And now we'll get to the pair who are heading back to Vladimir's residence. So bus, subway, another bus, and it's out to the east end of Toronto, kind of the Riverdale area, where Vladimir lives in the basement level of a two-story house above in a stretch of houses along a quiet little side street, or as quiet as it goes for Toronto, which actually it's got some very, very nice side streets. When you get into, you go in and if you want to describe to your guest what is going on, what the place looks like.
So Vladimir goes through a little ritual of knocking on the door, unlocks 3 locks, opens the door. You see a short corridor with the door on the left closed, a little open space that looks like a kitchen / dining room with a table that has only 1 chair. There is currently an unopened box of Lucky Charms cereal standing in pride of place on the table.
Oh, that's not all that's on the table.
What else? What has? Excuse me?
There are 3 large, they're probably about 1.5 feet long, bright silver metal, kind of cylindrical objects that Vladimir would recognize as being catalytic converters.
Thank you, cousins. Vladimir instantly cheers up, seems to forget about you for a second, goes running into his apartment. Beyond the kitchenette, you would see a longer hallway. On the right-hand side, towards the end, you can see the water heater.
And there's a lot of exposed pipes on the ceiling. And there are 2 doors on the left side. Both are currently closed.
Rosaline will see you kind of go off without her, and she'll stand at the doorway and whisper to herself, if you're around, he is a friend, and I have no choice. And then she'll go in.
Not me.
You dead Volodymyr. Start making a new character.
She comes with guests, you know. He comes with guests.
They're not invited.
No, but they're coming anyway.
Volodymyr turns around, squeezes past you. There's not really room for it to be easy. He has to turn sideways, closes the door, locks all 3 locks. Okay. Your room, while you are staying here, is the door all the way at end of corridor.
She'll just nod and then not say anything, just go that way.
If need bathroom, first door, very first door. Has shower, good shower, hot water. Guaranteed it myself.
Thank you.
If need anything, knock on second door. I will be working, but if you need something, I will give you what help I can. And with that, Volodymyr scoops up the 3 catalytic converters and goes scuttling into his workshop.
Okay. You've helped way too much. And she'll go to her room.
Okay. How long does Volodymyr work until? At what time do you figure?
Volodymyr is going to spend. I'm going to need a lot more time to do what I want with these converters, but last session I whittled the wooden horse.
Yes.
This session I want to dedicate half a pack of cigarettes. Thank you, Hunter. That is my measurement of time. Half a pack of cigarettes.
Okay.
To 2 tasks. I want to chisel with my finest, narrowest chisel a coin-shaped indentation into the back of the horse with a little, after carving out a little cap that can go over that. And I want to make a ring of bronze, mingled bronze and silver.
Okay.
That is the right size to fit into that. Actually, storyteller, question. The book doesn't say that there is a size requirement for the ring to trap a foobar.
No,
which I also know that I do not have the power to do yet. But I'm guessing that doesn't preclude me creating the apparatus to do so or have someone else do so.
Yep, that is correct. You can make the rings. You just cannot capture them yet.
Okay, I would like to make a properly sized ring to turn this little wooden horse into a chimera.
Okay, that's going to take a bit. That's going to take more than the half pack of cigarettes, but yeah, that's
okay.
That's
I will
doable.
dedicate a full pack.
That's doable. No, what I'm saying is not tonight.
Okay, but I can get started on it.
Yes,
tonight.
you can definitely get started. And about a half pack of cigarettes later, and being an ex-smoker, I know how long that is, especially when you're focusing on things. You start to wind down for the night, make yourself a little place to sleep. During this entire thing, your golem just sits quietly in the corner.
Okay.
He is not being very communicative tonight, but he does watch. And if, anytime you ask for him to hold something or hand you something, he does do that very quietly.
It's mainly asking for the fine tip pliers
and the narrowest hammer. Because this is very small.
Mm-hmm. So you tuck yourself down to sleep, and you are not quite asleep when there is a loud crash from the kitchen, which wakes up Rosaline, and which Vladimir definitely hears too.
Clang, rattle, rattle, conk. Ow! Comes stomping out into the kitchen.
Yeah, Rosaline will get out of bed and kind of look around as well.
On the floor, not far from the table, is your second favorite mug in pieces.
Oh, cousins. Cousins, my cousins.
Oh, roll me a perception and alertness if you'd be so kind, Vladimir. Sixes and up.
I will be very kind. Mug. Screw with my mug. 3 successes.
You open cupboards, you check in corners. There are no cousins to be found. Meanwhile, Rosaline sees Vladimir going through his kitchen, poking into corners, opening doors, checking things, muttering to himself, and finding nothing.
Question.
Yes.
Is the box of cereal still there?
Yes, it is.
Is it unopened?
It is unopened.
I'll just
Oh no.
she's very not familiar with her new skills, but she's always kind of just listened and felt things. So she would do that and maybe unlock the skill Automize.
Give me a moment here while I take a quick look. Because I was thinking exactly the same thing. Just because it'd be fun to watch.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh no.
Right. Give me a second here. That's what I want right there.
Is my kitchen haunted?
Okay. Okay. If you would be so kind, Rosaline. It's closer to scene because you're kind of looking at the room, but if you would be so kind as to roll me, oh, hang on a sec. There it is there. Yeah, you do have scene. So scene plus autumn. So you're rolling 4 dices for me, please. I'm going to assume you're still wearing the necklace.
Yes.
Okay, so 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, please. Actually, 6s and up, because this is the first time you're using it and you're unaware of exactly what you're doing. It is going to cost you a glamour, as is normal, but you won't have to do a bunk this time.
2 successes.
Did you roll any 10s?
Just 2 7s.
2 7s. Did you roll any 1s?
No.
No. Okay. Vladimir, you're going to notice that Rosaline is kind of standing in the short hallway towards the bedroom with the door open behind her. And her eyes are kind of, it's not well lit in here. I mean, you've turned all the lights off, even though you're poking around. You know where everything is. You don't need lights in your own kitchen. And you notice her eyes are glowing a very kind of strange yellowish orange color, almost as if they were light embers kind of glowing behind the eyeballs. And Rosaline, you don't see anything, but you definitely feel a very familiar presence.
I told you. He's a friend. Please don't do this. Not here. I just made friends. Please.
Are you aware of your eyes?
My eyes.
Yes, your eyes.
I'm not.
They are glowing.
That's new.
If not believe me, mirror in bathroom. Go look.
I believe you. Strange.
It's good.
You should go to your room and don't talk to me. And she'll go back to her room.
Okay. As you turn around from the kitchen table, the dice are really liking this guy. From the kitchen table, you hear a soft thump. And the box of cereal has fallen over.
Vladimir turns around. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I think with tunnel vision, I can see more or less perfectly in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Turns around, looks at the now toppled over box of cereal, picks it up, stands it back up, goes
Okay.
over and takes 2 spoons and puts 1 spoon at each end of the table with the cupped ends pointing at the box. And then is going to very sadly pick up the mug pieces, which are very much outside his skill set of fixing. Pottery is not his skills. They are going in the trash.
Wait. I'll fix it.
You fix.
It's my fault. This is what happens when people
Nah,
accept their
it's
life.
good. You fix. Stop talking and blaming self. You fix.
This is what happens. I tried.
You are talking. You shush and fix.
She'll take the mug.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Apologizing too. You stop that. Did you knock my mug down?
It's my fault.
Did you knock my mug down? With your hands, did you knock my mug down?
No.
Then shut up and fix.
She'll take the mug and just, I don't know, just go back into her room, I guess,
Okay.
after that.
So yeah, they have parts of the mug. It's in about 5 parts. So she takes the mug, goes back into the room, closes the door.
Vladimir's gonna pause, realize he has no idea how she's gonna fix it because he doesn't keep glue in there. Sighs, goes into the workshop, takes a container of glue, one of those little squeeze bottles,
Mm-hmm.
brings it, puts it, you know what? No, it's his apartment. Opens the door, tosses the glue onto the bed, slams the door, goes back to the workshop, and goes back to sleep.
Okay.
Rosaline, we'll get
Best.
to work.
Best changeling therapist in Toronto.
Okay.
Please hire
Rose-
him.
Ursuline, give me a quick dexterity plus crafts. So you're rolling 6 dice, and gluing a mug's not difficult. 6 is enough.
Did tens count as 2?
No, you don't have any specialties that double them, so they just count as a single success.
It's 4 successes.
Oh yeah, that's enough. I mean, it's a few minutes of fiddly work, but it gives you something to do to focus on, and regluing the mug.
From my like little bag of things, wherever it's cracked, I'll just fill it in with gold paint to make it look cool.
Okay. Very cool and appropriate. I like it. Okay, so next morning, people are heading to do their work days, their what have yous. I'm actually Hunter. You would be working. Yeah, you'll be working the day shift with security at the hospital. Fagwa working at the hospital today or somewhere else. Okay. Lily, it's Friday, so you're just at the library, not at the hospital. Hunter, you're going to hear the security guards are talking about, the wildness last night. Apparently there was some, rambunctious kids got loose in the halls, somebody's dog or something. There was a lot of, stupid shenanigans last night. And, people were wondering, was it a full moon? What kind of, nonsense was going on? But a lot of the rumors are that people were up to pranking and having a little too much fun last night, apparently, according to the last night's security shift. Now, Rosaline and Vladimir.
Yes.
Vladimir's got to go to work. What is Rosaline going to do?
She doesn't work, so she will, I guess, sneak out and go to her bachelor apartment.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna sneak. Oh, that's gonna be
She'll leave the mug
interesting.
on his
Sneaking
counter.
out. That's going to be interesting.
Actually, now, okay, well, first of all, Vladimir, when you get up in the morning and you prep yourself to go to work, are you going to wake Rosaline? Are you just going to get up and head to work?
What I am going to do, because I am oathed to protect her,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to tap. I can't believe you guys named him Dante. I'm going to tap Dante on one metal flank until he.
Oh, no. Dante is not what they named your golem.
No.
What did remind
That
me
was-
what you guys?
That was a reference to something else.
Okay, what did you guys name my golem?
I
So
called him
big.
so big. Look
And
at
I believe your cousins called him Fred.
Yes. I will wake up Fred.
Okay.
So I'm having guessed. She is new. Very new. Like baby shit. Keep her here, safe until I get back. Yes? Please?
Bien.
We'll work with that. Okay, good.
See.
Reaches up, taps him on the side of on the other side of his semispherical head. Dunk, 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 dunk. finish waking up now.
Yeah.
Thanking you, I am. Please keep at least one eye on our guest and keep her safe while she resides within my apartment. Please.
And he one arm snakes out and grabs one of the small sets of screwdrivers and lifts up and starts working slowly at one of the eyes on the round head.
No, do not take out. You are worse than me. Actually, wait. Did you need to have the eyes in to see through them?
Yet.
In that case, I'm trusting to your judgment. Do what you think is best. And I'm gonna give him a affectionate pat on the metal flank, and then I'm gonna go to work.
Okay, when you step outside, your upstairs neighbor, Mr. Emerson,
Oh no.
older guy, retired. You know that he did something at Via Rail. You're not sure exactly what. You know, he and his wife live upstairs on the first floor. Floyd and Victoria Emerson. And he's standing outside in a pair of tweed slacks and a nice button-down shirt, no tie, with his hands in his pockets. And he's just kind of watching several people. There's a tow truck a little of the way down that's hooking up a vehicle, and there's a bit of a crowd going on. And you come out, and he says, Mr. Mihailovich, good morning.
Mr. Emerson, it's good morning. You sleep well?
Yeah, I did. It's a busy morning, curious morning.
Yes, what has happened?
Apparently, 3 of the cars on our street were vandalized. Parts were taken.
Oh, that is bad. It's not usual for this neighborhood.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm wondering how the insurance is going to handle this. I mean, I don't know if the Murphys really had a whole lot of insurance, so it's kind of sad. You know,
It's
but you know,
sad.
we've got the TTC. You don't need a car to survive in Toronto.
It's true. I'm very sorry to hear about the Murphy's car.
And he says, oh, well, that happens. And he kind of says, you have yourself a wonderful day, Mr. Mihailovich, and kind of wanders off back up the stairs.
You as well, Mr. Emerson. Oh, are you still having trouble with stove?
And he's like, oh, no. We just whack it now and again, and it works just fine.
If like I could fix, so no need to hit it.
Oh, that's okay. But thank you very much for the offer. It is appreciated.
I'm always glad to help. You have good day now.
Okay. And you trundle off to work. Now, Rosaline, when you wake up, which with the noise that's going on, you can be pretty sure that you're probably waking up about the time Vladimir is heading out. You would be stepping out of the bedroom, mug in hand, I would imagine. And there is a very strange shaped thing standing in the kitchen. It has a round body, and Zev will tell me if I make any errors, but it's got this round, it's a total to its head. It's probably about 6.5 foot tall, 7 foot tall. It's got this large round kind of body with 4 articulated legs that come off of it that reach to the ground. And then around, equally spaced around the body, are 4 almost tentacle-like arms with metal fingers on the ends of them. Then it's got a short, thick neck, and then it's got a kind of a round head to it with a ring of eyes that goes around it.
Yep.
Rosaline will look at it and be like, hello. Aren't you cute?
And the eyes kind of, a light spins around the eyes. They kind of circle around 2 or 3 times. And in a somewhat artificial voice, it says, thank you, bienvenue, welcome, hello.
Neato. And she'll
You-
put the mug on the counter.
You are Volodimir's guest.
Yeah.
We are here to keep you safe.
That's not necessary.
What would Volodimir's guest like to do today?
Oh no!
I
Oh no!
would like to go home.
Oh, home is an important place to be. I'm home currently, and this is comfortable and safe. Is your home safe, Volodimir's guest?
It's my safe place, yeah.
Will you be safe getting to your safe place, Volodimir's guest?
I don't see why not. It's probably safer for him if I'm not here.
Oh, this is a concern. One moment, please. And the eyes again spin a couple of times around. And after a pause, the eyes kind of slow down and it says, this is interesting programming and could cause a fault if I were not the incredibly intelligent creature that I am. I have weighed all of the odds and potential outcomes. And if you can promise that you are safe at home, then I will have to permit you to go home.
Nothing bad happens at my home. I'm not around people.
Oh, people are often good. I like people.
No.
I particularly like Mr. Volodimir's cousins. He's not happy with them, but they entertain me. And they bring me things.
Wait, what?
I like you. What was your name?
I have been given many names. Volodimir's cousins call me Fred.
Cute.
Volodimir's most recent friends called me So Big.
So big.
I call myself simply I.
I like it.
May I ask what you are called?
I'm Rosalie.
Welcome, Rosaline. Hello, bienvenue.
Well, I don't sure what to do. I guess
If
I'll
you are
go.
going home, the first step would be to leave the residence of Vladimir.
Oh. Well, thank you for clarifying. She'll put the the mug on the counter and bye. And then she'll leave.
Okay. There are a lot of locks on the door. And the golem kind of follows you towards the end of the short hallway. You unlock the door, you open the door, you close the door behind you, and it's maybe a second or two, and you can hear all the locks being snapped closed.
Okay.
Okay, and you're off home. Okay, we will fast forward through the day to the evening. Is anyone not going straight from work to Hunters? Or in Rosaline's case, are you going to Hunter's place? Are texts being sent? What's going on, people?
Volodymyr will
Send
swing by
everybody a
his
text.
apartment.
So Vladimir's going to go home first?
because he's expecting her to be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So his plan is to collect her.
Okay. We'll
Rosalie-
take care of that in a few minutes.
Rosalie will go to Hunter's place, but she'll kind of just wait outside. Social anxiety.
I would have sent everybody a group text. Majority of them have been to my house before, except for Rosalie. But just to give them an address to confirm again, since I drove last time.
Okay. And it's fairly easy to figure out how to get there by TTC.
Yeah.
Yes, Lily.
Yes. So if I was working at the library,
Mhm.
in between normal tasks, would there have been like time for me to just do a bunch of looking up stuff on the computer in the library?
Yes, quite likely.
As my brain just goes away completely.
That's okay. We are moments away from the break, so you can let me know during the break what you'll be looking up.
Okay, yeah, but basically she would have been trying to look up stuff to do with some of the tasks that we have. So like, well, because with all the stuff she was looking up before court, finding out that, okay, like Tanuki are mentioned in a lot of like Japanese stories, and that would kind of follow that maybe these whoever would be same culture, so she'd be looking up like etiquette.
Interesting.
For them, for just Japanese etiquette, and if there's actually anything that's like gets into older etiquette, that's better. But
there's a lot. There is a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot.
Player me is fully aware of that, because yes.
Yes.
But so yeah, Lily would be looking up either, well, general social etiquette and like some of the finer points, if there's anything online about like even like anything to do with upper classes, imperial court, whatever, like any sort of etiquette to do with that.
In between
and
the normal work.
Yes.
Yep. In between the workday jobs, you're going to be able to pretty much organize the volumes you're going to want to read, because there are a lot. You have access to them, and you're thinking you're probably looking at several dozen very large books.
I see.
Typing Japanese etiquette into a Google search engine will bring you to thousands of pages. I know this because I did this afternoon.
I know, I watched you do it.
Yeah. Thousands of pages.
And etiquette for what? Like, that's the
Yeah.
point.
Well,
Etiquette
Oh yeah, that's
well, like for
general etiquette, thousands of pages. I was
yeah,
looking specifically at one tiny little slice, and it was still hundreds.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yes.
it's like, okay, okay, this is going to be a project, but at least I have started.
Yes.
And I will also think to poke whichever of my resources is getting me books on Hunter and Fagua, their kits, or their poke the same sources for Rosaline.
Okay.
So know that we'll have to teach her, but none of us know what her people do.
Yep.
So that's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. But I figure mostly be focusing on trying to like look up etiquette and just like poking that one person. Like, ship off I don't know, an email or something.
Okay. Fagwa, going over to Hunters after work?
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. We will take care of what Vladimir finds at home after a short break, because it's about that time to hydrate, dehydrate, rehydrate, something to do with water and snacks and stretching and all sorts of other stuff. So take a moment, ladies and gents, and everyone else. Thank you very much for watching the first half. Come on back and see what kind of zaniness that everyone gets up to from here. And we'll see you in about 5 to 7 minutes.
The sky in phthalo blue and alizarin crimson, swirls of cadmium yellow, sienna and vermilion. Make it any way you want, 'cause it's your world in the end. Paint yourself a little tree and give it a little friend. Pick the colors that you like, held together on your brush. If you don't like it, you can try again, there is no rush. You don't need to justify, you got nothing to defend. Know that there is nothing wrong with having a tree as a friend. You can do what you want, just make it passionate. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Just use your imagination any way you please. This is your creation, so build it as you see. Seek out new sensations, or sail the seven seas. You're the only one to please. To be a happy little tree. We're all happy little trees. Always swaying in the breeze. We're all happy little trees. Paint your world in Prussian blue. Give yourself a big bright sky. Add some white and burnt umber, and give your world highlights. You're the creator of this world. Find your freedom on its canvas. Make a small room of your own, or dream up entire planets. You can do what you want, just make it passionate. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Just use your imagination any way you please. This is your creation, so build it your sky in phthalo blue, and alizarin crimson, swirls of cadmium yellow, sienna and vermilion. Make it any way you want, 'cause it's your world in the end. Paint yourself a little tree and give it a little friend. Pick the colors that you like, held together on your brush. If you don't like it, you can try again, there is no rush. You don't need to justify, you got nothing to defend. Know that there is
And then we'll take the pause.
We're all gonna die.
Oh, not yet. We'll take the pause. And welcome back, viewers. For those of you who are just tuning in now, first of all, hopefully you got yourself some good snacks, grabbed yourself a little something to drink. Cheers, everybody. Hydration is very important. During the first half of the session today, we have taken care of some little bits and pieces at the hospital left over from last session. The motley dispersed to go about their days, or well, their night, and then the next day a few things happened here and there. There were some interesting occurrences. If you're just joining us right now for the second half, we will be on YouTube on Vancouver by Night's channel in a couple of days, and you can catch up on the first half there, because there's a lot to describe. So instead of doing that, let's just roll back into the second half. So Vladimir goes home, and there is a complete lack of Rosaline at home. Door's locked, everything. You go into the kitchen area, and there is an eye from your golem on the kitchen table.
Just gonna lean over the eye and look down at it.
And the door to your workspace opens, and the golem comes out.
This is on my table.
Da,
Is not on Rosalind.
see.
Why?
I did not want parts of me leaving the house.
Leaving the house?
The house is safe. Home is here. Home is safe.
But wait, no, wait. I asked you to keep an eye on her.
You said to keep her safe.
Keep her yes, keep her safe.
She went home. Home is safe.
Do you remember the part where I said she was green as fresh baby shit?
I do not understand that. You used words, and they do not make very much sense.
It means like it means she doesn't know how to protect herself.
Thank you for explaining that now.
You're welcome. Feel free to add that to your personal lexicon.
It is added.
So she left not knowing how to defend herself, which means she is. I have a hard time believing she's as safe as she thinks she is. Where did she go?
She promised she would be safe. I trust her.
You know she could be wrong, right?
Oh. So the new friend, Rosaline,
Yes.
who I trust, could be wrong.
Yes, because she doesn't understand.
Therefore, that means old friend, Volodymyr, who I trust, could also be wrong.
I mean, I make mistakes. I'm not perfect.
That means your cousins, who are friends, could be wrong.
Yes.
So everyone who I trust could be wrong.
Everyone can make a mistake.
So he
Yes.
reaches out and picks up his eye and just kind of trundles back into the workshop and closes the door.
Volodymyr just goes and kind of opens the door, pokes his head in. She was honest and truthful to the extent of the information she had at hand.
And he's in his corner, screwing his eye back into his head.
I'll see if I can find her. Maybe she probably went to Hunter's house. She probably got the same text as I did. I'll go. When I come back, I'll tell you if she's safe, okay?
Thank you.
Glad I could help. Can you please sort the converters with the solar engine tool pile?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. And I will go to Hunter's house.
Okay. So Hunter would be the first one there because it's his house and he was arranging everything.
We have a car.
Sure. Unless there's somebody at the front entrance just hanging out awkwardly, but I don't know that. So
I was going to say,
with a
you know,
couple of pizzas.
Rosaline doesn't really have a planned day today. So would you go there kind of early or would you, because no time was really set.
Oops.
After work.
Yeah, she'd probably go a little bit early and realize no one's there and then hang out awkwardly, like he said.
Okay, so there is someone hanging out awkwardly outside the front door when Hunter drives into the driveway.
So he would walk up the main entrance. He'd be carrying 2 pizzas. He'd be like, I take it things didn't work out at Hotel California, huh?
I left early. And now I'm here. I don't know why.
Everything's okay?
There's no one here.
Well, yeah, I just got out of work.
Right. Okay.
I'm the only person that lives here, so
Should I come back?
you can come in if you want. It's all good. He would pull his keys out, open it up, head inside. You head into the main hallway. Everything is old accoutrement, wood, almost everything. It feels like 2 elderly people still live here. There's still pictures on mantel places. There's still like doily covers on railings. There's still, you go into the living room, there's plastic on the couches. There is an extra amount of rooms in here that don't really seem to have a purpose currently. Like there's actually a smoking room that doesn't really seem like it caught a bunch of attention. The primary spots that are kept clean and up to date are the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom. There is a mud room, and then there is a staircase that goes up from the main entrance and splits off into 2 sides. He only takes up a single bedroom. So the rest of it, there's certain areas that you step on and something creaks this way and something croaks that way, but for the most part it's together. He would head straight in past the staircase towards the kitchen area. You can make yourself at home.
She would whisper to herself again, more people coming. It's not just us.
Right about this time, Fagwa would be the next one to arrive and knock on the door.
You hear it. Head back over. Open it up. Oh, hey.
Hey,
Come on in.
and she has like an electric scooter that she's folding.
You can make yourself at home. You can park that over in the smoking area, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, and it's pretty much Fog was in the door when Lily walks up the walk.
Hi.
It's like we coordinated this or something.
Well, you guys are new, but this is a thing that happened a lot with the old group. We would just kind of happen to all show up at certain places at the right time, just
It's all
very
good.
easily. Yeah.
The kitchen is straight back. There's a bathroom downstairs and to the right. There's also a bathroom upstairs and to the right. There's pizza in the kitchen. Help yourselves. I'm just gonna go get washed up. If Polodemir shows up, make sure he doesn't smash anything. If he does, I'm gonna smash him. Have fun. And he heads in to get washed up.
Okay, moments after you say that, there is another knock at the door. And it would
Volodymyr?
indeed be Vladimir.
Like Bagua opens the door like so he doesn't hit her head when she opens the door.
Is the baby here?
The baby.
Doesn't know ass from elbows. Is she here?
I don't think that means the same where I come from.
Rosalind is here. Da?
I just got here. Oh gosh. Let's go in and let's see if she's in the kitchen.
Volodymyr just storms in, just like
Lily would have already wandered off towards Pizza Land.
Rosaline's probably sitting on the plastic furniture alone in the living room.
you.
Hi, did you get your mug?
Mug is good. You were not there.
Yeah, I left.
You just hear a string of what sounds like very ear blistering Yiddish as Volodymyr storms past you into the kitchen. A second later, pokes his head back out. I'm glad safe. Vanishes back into the kitchen.
Bagua's gonna get in, get a
Kinda
plate.
disappointed.
Get a plate for her, for Rosalind. Just gonna bring Rosalind a plate.
Now, Rosaline, would you be so kind as to roll me perception plus autumn, 6 dice, and tell me how many you get at 7s, 8s, 9s, or 10s?
Oh no.
Hunter, we're sorry. In advance. It wasn't Volodymyr.
I'm not my problem.
Haven't broken anything yet.
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 It's
He
the
already
key-
estimated
yeah.
it. Yet.
Yeah, that's the keyword.
If she breaks her stove, I'll fix it.
Don't touch the stove.
3
Don't touch the
successes.
Oh, that's sufficient. Excellent.
Uh-oh.
Check your chat. Fagwa, as you're handing her a plate, Rosaline's eyes seem to glow with a kind of strange orangish color. And actually, Lily, you're in the room eating, so you'd notice this as well. Almost kind of like there's an ember coal behind each eye or something.
Rosaline will smile and just kind of, if she was tense before, she would just kind of relax.
Okay.
Kind of like around a bite of food. Just feel like that's different. And finish and go. So your eyes lit up, Rosaline.
I guess that's a new thing with me.
Huh.
And she'll come and she'll actually get up off the couch and join you guys in the kitchen.
So did
and sit beside
something
you.
did something happen?
I feel better.
She somehow convinced my friend to let her go without me there to keep an eye on her.
What? She's still a person. You can't like just watch her all day and all the time.
Told my friend to keep her safe. My friend decided to let her go home.
You weren't safe with me. It's safe here, though.
I'm never safe. I make things that could blow up and kill me at any moment. None of them will because I'm a genius, but they could.
And you won't be doing that in my house. As he comes back into the kitchen.
You are no fun.
No, I
But
have
no,
an insurance
he is
policy.
in one piece.
And I'm in one piece.
Nothing has blown up. And Volodymyr starts checking his fingers. Nothing has been blown off me.
Oh yeah, where's your eyebrows lately?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Well, I'm imagining one eyebrow is kind of half gone from something that probably happened before Volodymyr joined.
I still have
So-
the thing, and I pull up the rubber ducky.
Yes, this was meant for you.
For me,
A gift.
I love it.
Something to make you smile.
She'll smile.
No, no, no. Volodymyr runs over, turns on both faucets in the sink. Starts filling up the sink.
Oh,
Put duck in water.
oh, okay.
Lily's backing away from where
Hunter just cracks
the
open a
sink
beer.
is.
He's like, this isn't gonna friggin' end good.
She'll be like, okay. And then she'll just plop it in the water.
It starts to sing very loudly.
Yeah, really loudly, like shake the kitchen window loudly.
It is singing in Russian. It is not a polite song.
You know I have neighbors, right?
Oh, is good point. Takes it out of the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
But your house
Thanks.
is pretty big. Like, your neighbors are probably like 500 feet away from here.
True.
Oh no,
but
no,
that's
no, no.
pretty
Toronto, it's a lot closer than that.
No, but yeah, no, she's mentioned it because of the size of the house, not necessarily because there's a space with between homes.
But Volodymyr will hand the rubber duck back to Rosalind. If ever feels sad, find water. Put this in water. It cheer you up until it breaks. I don't know what it does then. Never seen one break before.
Be needing this. She'll put it in her pocket.
So there's an island in the kitchen with a couple stools, or to the rear and off to the left, there is a dining room or we can go into the kitchen. We can go into the living room.
I need somewhere to put this, and Fagwa's gonna like stretch out like 4 pieces of paper taped together, basically with the same map she had drawn in the I forget the name, in the hospital. It's
Freehold?
the same
The freehold?
on the freehold, yeah. So it's the
We
same.
could probably take that to the dining room then and put it out on the table.
It's like 4 pieces of paper.
Snacks and maps. Sounds okay.
Snacks and maps.
Snaps.
Basically, we have kind of like 3 options, which are the teapot problem in the market. I know it's on the west Chinatown, J-Town thingy market. We can try to go somewhere to find a vampire that can help us, which feels like it's not gonna be easy. And
Easier than you think. I've met, well, inadvertently met some at a club night. Apparently they have a night at one of the local clubs in town. Thankfully, we didn't get eaten.
I'm still in process of building things to deal with vampires, so maybe not do that yet.
And we have to figure out, like, okay, we find the vampire, but like, if we kill the vampire, is that gonna hurt Lee or help her, or I don't know. Like, I think we need more information about that.
I don't know that it works like that. I mean,
Or what's done, it's done, and it doesn't affect her at all if we mess up with a vampire kind of thing.
well, I mean, we don't know what was done, so that's kind of leaves the whole, it's, I don't know if you kill the person who did whatever, that'll make it stop or what.
You said that you encountered vampires before at a club.
Yes, it's a place called the Dance Cave. They have actually Spike Fridays is their night.
Do you have a contact over there that we can talk to? Maybe find
yeah,
out more, so we're not
guy
just
who
rolling up
runs the
and
place.
taking somebody, I guess.
Yeah, that would be dangerous because it's a whole bunch of them. It's not one, and
Well, I'm not
yeah,
saying show up on a Friday.
yeah. But yeah, no, we keep saying we. I know the DJ or a DJ there. He helped me and the old crew out when we kind of stumbled in one Friday evening, looking for information, and yeah, it was. He protected us from the rest of the club goers of the night, which was kind of him. I
Maybe
believe
perhaps we could pay him a visit and do a little bit of recon and information gathering, so we know what we
I
may
should have
possibly
his contact
be approaching.
information though. Storyteller.
So we could,
Didn't we exchange, like, because we did a whole quest for him.
This is the storyteller shaking his head at you.
I don't have DJ Ozzy's phone number.
No, cell phone numbers were never exchanged. When the quest was done, you were told where to find him.
So that's an avenue we could visit for that option.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, there's like I said, there's DJ Osaze. There was another guy that we talked to just strictly for information who owns a particular coffee shop called Fat Cat. But I mean, I've got another source, you know, we could go to. I just haven't talked to him in a while, and he's kind of icky.
Icky.
Yeah, it's what do you call one of them Nosferatu things? I guess he's a vampire. I don't know. He likes the sewers and stuff like that. But he really good at information.
Okay. Well, it's a start, I guess.
For the TV show, we are waiting for the parents. They were gonna get us an in, so we have to wait for that.
So that could be
Oh, I
put
mean,
on
for
the back burner
you
for now.
guys, and I have to. Lily's gonna pull out some paper and write down to quick email the Baron or the Count that we need to be talking to.
We met with the Baron
Storyteller.
and the Count.
Yeah, but the Baron doesn't stay here, so it'd be
Yeah.
the Count.
No, that would be the Duke. The Duke does not stay in Toronto.
Duke, Count, Baron, right? That's the name I wanted. So when we were in court, did I get the Count's like an email or a phone or anything?
Nope.
No?
No.
Thought we did.
Nope.
Bagua imagines they message each other by, I don't know, magical letters or some other less technological
Pigeons.
thing.
No, we
Yeah,
don't.
pigeons or
we
something
don't
like
do
Pigeon
that.
carrying.
Yeah. It's not like
Okay, what about Carl or J-Man? Would I have contact for them?
No.
So I have no contact to anybody in court right now? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, no, not anyone who's currently in the city at the court.
Yeah,
because
that's
you've
why
got-
I'm like,
you've
I
got
should have picked
the
up.
last emails were addresses were for the Winter's Hand and Baroness Dana.
We stayed long enough afterwards.
Yes, but you didn't say anything
Okay.
about picking up information contacts. If you don't tell me, I can't arrange it.
We can always get contact info the next time we go to court. That's not a problem.
and it's their fault for not giving us a way to contact them.
I can take their
Definitely their
phone.
fault.
Yeah, don't take their phone, but this means that we might not even know when the next court is because we didn't exchange anything. So I don't know if they even know how to contact us.
No, but while you had emails for 2 people in the court previous, you still received email invites to the court, not from their emails.
Yeah, that's what I was asking you. Like anybody?
No, It's an automatic email. It comes from a no reply at changeling.com.
Oh my god.
The guy I was I'm so bad with names tonight. Sorry, people, I'm tired. The guy from the hospital, the one that helps us. Ah,
Anxiety.
anxiety guy. Yeah, I need to write his name. I have his phone number, so I'm gonna call him.
Oh, Lester.
Lester. Yeah, that
Yo,
one.
Lester.
Okay. It rings 4 or 5 times and it picks up. It's like, hello. Yes, you know what to do. Hello.
Hi, Lester. Uh,
Yes. Hello. Yes. What
hi,
can I
it's
help
it's
you with?
it's Fagua. Do you have any contact information for the count?
No, not that high. I don't talk to him. Not if
Will
I can avoid it.
will someone in the court that talks to him?
Uh, yeah. Yes, I probably have a phone number for, uh, yeah, Carl Jr. Yeah, he's family. Much as I don't like it, but he's family. So yeah,
And Carl Jr., what does he do in the court? He just goes there?
uh,
He works
he
there.
does things. He's got a position.
Okay. So could you
Wait. So
That seems
we're hearing
embarrassing.
Fogwa talking?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, did you say Carl Jr.?
yeah. Do you know him? Them?
We met
No, it's a
him.
restaurant.
He no, he announced us when we went before we went into the room
Oh,
to meet the
that
Baron and the Count.
guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lester, could you please forward me his number so we can try to get in touch with something the count asked for us from us?
Yeah. Yeah. I can. Yeah. I can do. Give me 10 minutes. I'm kind of. Yeah. I'm cooking. So yeah, I'll be a minute.
Sure. No worries.
Okay. Okay. Have a good night.
Good evening.
And he hangs up.
Let's hope he doesn't forget in his anxiety.
He is very anxious.
So with that, we kind of have a connection with account, so we can fix the TV show thingy.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean that's yeah, because we'll uh, have to contact Carl and let him know to basically either if he has uh, basically getting information from us to the court so that they will know to make another spot. Anyways,
I think
so
the easiest on our table is the
easiest.
Tanuki thing. Like the thing that doesn't sound like someone's gonna bite us and take our blood out and like kill us if they don't like us kind of scenario.
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, and I mean honestly, everything else we don't really have any leads on yet. But what time what time is it, storyteller?
Probably about 6:30.
So it's 6:30 on a Friday evening. Well, I mean, you what were you saying? Because it seemed like you'd already gone and maybe done some, I don't know, taking a look around or done some research or something. Pablo?
Well, it wasn't that much. I just went throughout well, I picked them up from the three Chinatowns, Asian neighborhoods in town, and I took my girlfriends from the community house there, and we had lunch and stuff. And I was able to feel something, but it was like it was moving. It was like, well, I know they can if they are friends with Puka and they can do something similar as what Aled does. They probably are dressed up, well, like changed into, I don't know, pigeons or rats or something, and they move around the market or something. So I got a vibe, but it was moving. Like I didn't find a place. It's just like a vibe in the market.
Well, um, I mean, because I did try to do some of my own research because work in a library all day, so lots of sources there. There's unfortunately a lot of sources there, so I wasn't able to get through a lot of it, but what little I did get is that they seem to be able to look human. So I don't know that they were rats or pigeons so much as maybe just looking like pedestrians.
Yeah, that's a possibility. It's just weird because when it's people, maybe, I don't know, like you catch an eye or something, when you know that feeling when someone's looking at you when you turn around and you kind of like catch an eye or something. Like nothing
No.
like that happened. No, Volodymyr? You've never felt someone's watching you?
Well, certainly no one is still watching me when I turn around and look.
Like you can catch them like turning away. Like you know they were looking at you.
But usually there is something more interesting.
Okay.
Rosaline will be kind of in her chair and then she'll finally speak up and be like, and who are we looking for?
Oh
I-
yeah.
Tanuki,
So
do you
there's
think?
Can I do a streetwise check and see if I know that name? Storyteller?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
I mean,
I'll actually give you this one. It's not a name that, it's not a person's name that you would recognize.
Unfortunately, I cannot help.
so the entire
oh,
thing.
what? I'm sorry, I said that to you like you knew what it was. They're a kind of shapeshifter kind of thing. They're kind of like us, I think.
Apparently,
Maybe
pigeon people.
I don't know. Um,
And in doubt, shoot the pigeon.
no, don't shoot the pigeon because
My
you don't know who
God.
it is.
Is a rat with wings.
These other places you mentioned. I know people
Well,
who go to that club and the underground tunnels are familiar to me. If you need my assistance.
you know the dance cave?
Well, there you go. See, you
I'm
thought that you
puzzled.
were not a help, but you can obviously help us.
I mean, I know people that go there. I don't make it out too often, but I've been invited, I suppose.
And with that, that sounds like progress. So I'm gonna get another beer. Does anybody else want anything? As he gets up and he starts to head to the kitchen.
Pizza.
Beer.
1, 2. Lily,
Maybe another slice and some water, or I don't know what else you got.
you got you.
Oh, okay.
Rosaline, anything?
More beer.
Hmm?
More food.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
More food in your beer.
Okay. And he heads inside the kitchen.
Actually, if you think of what goes into bread and you think about what goes into beer, they're kind of the same thing. Just one's liquid.
Exact. So by drinking the beer and eating the pizza, you are having 2 meals. I like this plan.
Okay. So, I mean, it's sounding like we're getting some more, ideas for getting information and stuff about the whole vampire thing. I don't think we should go this evening to there. That's probably a bad plan. I mean, we could go to did you say West Chinatown?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we could just go and see if maybe we can, I don't know, maybe with more of us, we'll find what it was that you were sensing and I don't know, kind of go from there.
I like that. And should be open late. So we have. It's Friday, right? So
Yep.
there's gonna be people, and it's gonna be open late.
Okay.
Well, it's Chinatown on a Friday evening, so yeah, there's gonna be people and stuff should be open.
So heads back in from the kitchen, hands everybody all their stuff. So, do we figure out a game plan?
Checkers.
Think we want to go to Chinatown?
Okay.
We can get some mochi and try to find dinner.
You know, I wonder if they have interesting little knickknacks in Chinatown. They are probably having something touristy, maybe for children.
I imagine they would.
They most likely have toys, like
It's
traditional.
good.
What do you want the knickknacks for, though?
Making things, of course, for children
Hmm,
and for distractions.
I don't know. I mean, have you ever actually gone into a dollar store yet?
Vladimir looks around and kind of leans in close, kind of conspiratorially. You are telling me things actually only cost $1?
Some places or close to,
I must see this. You must be showing me this.
I don't know how you've missed it. They're around.
Yeah, but Vladimir,
My.
he's been shopping at like Walmart.
I mean, Walmart's full of a lot of
Yeah, but it's not a
cheap
dollar
things.
store.
No.
You're telling someone who grew up in Soviet Russia that there is a dollar store.
Well, see, now that's tricky because some of them have dollar in the name, but it just like it's not a true dollar store where everything is $1. It's more like cheap stuff in here store. That's like
Oh,
less than $10 kind of things, but it's
then why say dollar?
I don't know. It's very rude.
False advertising, obviously.
Even back home, they
I
would
think
not
so.
hurt us like that. They simply say there is nothing here to sell you. And that is different kind of hurt. Usually empty belly.
No, I have never seen one of those stores be empty. They're always chock full.
Sounds like heaven.
Do we have a specific place to stake out?
Not really. We have an area
All
to
of
try to look
Chinatown.
in. Well, because Fagwa said she went, so I'm thinking, and you said you picked up some stuff there, so maybe we just go there again and see, maybe it's just the time of day. Who knows?
We gotta we know there's vibes there. Now we gotta find the place to stake out. To stake.
Can
Yeah.
you kind of do the thing that he did, but without like the alien detector thing? Can you like sense it over there?
Ouch.
Well, yeah, but Volodymyr's was way more efficient than mine. Because,
Yeah, but his didn't have an off switch. And it was
Yeah.
loud.
well,
Only
It was
first
loud
draft.
and
Second
big,
draft
and we
better.
couldn't take it back upstairs. And then Hunter
We
broke it.
could have if
If we'd
someone
used
was
the
willing to
elevator,
help
but
me.
then we didn't.
No, you take off cart. You take off cart and carry.
It needed an off
Uh,
switch. It didn't have an off switch.
Next one has
Oh.
off switch
like,
and self-propulsion.
I don't know if it happens to you that you like, I don't know, sometimes feel as if seeing what happened with Rosalind, like we kind of felt she was nearby, kind of thing. So it's like that feeling. But it was weird because I was like, I felt it here, and then I would just like go around and come back trying to like pinpoint the location, and then when I go back to the place where I felt it, I didn't feel anything
Mm.
anymore. So it's like it moved or it came in waves, but it wasn't like a thing. It was just like vibes.
I have felt something like that once. It led me to a very useful intact gearbox in a old army truck.
Yeah, like if it guides you to find something that you need, it's completely valid.
It might have been the smell of engine oil. I'm not sure. Was drunk at time.
Okay. But yeah, it's or the same thing, like, that sometimes you're drunk but you still get home kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes I do not.
So like instinct.
Yeah. So I know I feel there's something in there, like, but I was not able to pinpoint a place, or maybe they move it like,
Like court.
yeah, or
Maybe.
they said they were like puka cousins adjacent, they're probably they might be animals. Maybe what I felt was a rat I didn't see, kind of thing.
Mm. I don't know enough about these. I
That makes two of us.
requested books, but I haven't had time to read them.
You've also
Anyways.
kind of been going through a lot, Lily.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you holding up?
But what?
How are you holding up?
The
Oh.
glitch.
Sure. Probably. Yeah.
The hair gets a little puffier.
Yeah. A bit of smoke appears.
I know
But I'm fine.
we're not your old friends, but we are trying.
No,
We
I
will figure
know.
this out.
I mean, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. But so I was thinking this evening, once we're done pizza-ing, we could just retrace Fagwa's steps, you know,
Ooh.
Okay.
see what we can find when it's all of us.
Okay.
At least that's my theory.
Storyteller. I have a
Mhm.
question. I have a question.
I may have an answer. Let's see if they match.
Rose.
The answer is blue.
Oh
Does
God.
Hunter's house have house phones, and are any of them wireless?
What do you mean by house phones?
Like landline?
Like a landline?
Like
Like a
landlines?
landline. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There would be landlines.
Are any of the phones in his house wireless? The wireless handset.
Like a handset, kind of.
No. Nope. There
Okay,
there are three, and they're all the old cord style.
that works just fine. I'm
Uh-oh.
going to
Hunter, watch out for your phones.
I'm going to try and tinker with one of them.
A lot of weird about to happen to them.
Your
I have a feeling I'm going to
vintage
chuck this
movie.
man right into my backyard. But continue.
So I have been told that my first iteration of glamour magic detector was too big and clunky.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't have an off button.
A
Loud.
Mm.
a phone, a landline, can be hung up. I would like to try and turn it into a detector where if you hold it against your ear, it does the same, the like beeping the closer you get, and you can hang it up and it will stop beeping.
This will only work as far as the cord goes.
The loader hasn't thought that far ahead.
Oh
But
no.
technically,
It's going to cost you glamour because you're currently doing this in the real world, not the dreaming.
Yeah, I know. I don't have my other workshop. I will accept this. Volodymyr has had an idea. He's had a
Yes.
spark of genius.
Mm,
Let
Is
us
it-
roll
is it-
intelligence. Intelligence plus.
the confusion.
I'm almost ready to say intelligence plus confusion.
That's valid.
Intelligence plus gymnateria. It's going to
Okay.
cost you a glamour off the bat,
Okay.
and you're doing it even with your mechanical aptitude for what you're trying to do. Crosswire camera and reality. It's going to be 9s and 10s.
Okay. Does creative apply?
Yeah, it would. You're going to double your 10s, which might be the only thing that stops you from blowing up a chunk of the house.
That is a 10 and 3 9s.
Damn.
Okay, so that's
Dang.
5 successes. Okay, now what are you trying to get it to detect?
I'm trying to. I am trying to attune the detector to I'm trying to think what Volodymyr would be looking for. He doesn't know how they're hiding themselves. So the closest thing he can think of is high density of glamour.
Okay.
So it's going to be attuned to heightened levels of glamour that is higher than you would carry within your own body, essentially.
Okay. Okay. So with things pulled out of his pockets, tinkering, the phone is taken apart. It's one of those standard black Bakelite, nice heavy handset telephones that have been seen in many movies these days.
Yeah, you can put it to your ear.
Yep, it's taken apart, and it takes Volodymyr about maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes to tinker it and put it together. And you think you've got it the way it works, and you pick up the handset. Now, this is in the living room. There are 3 of these phones. One, you wouldn't even know it's upstairs in a bedroom. The second one is hanging on the kitchen wall. The third one, which is the one you're working on, is in the living room because that's the easiest one to get your hands on. So it is done. And when you hold it against your ear, it is beeping rapidly.
Turn around, take a couple steps in different directions.
It continues to beep rapidly.
There is a lot of glamour
amongst us.
Good point. All of you, please leave room. Go kitchen, please.
No, you go outside. This is my house.
Volodymyr will attempt to walk out of the house with the phone.
Okay, of course you get about 8-10 feet along, and the phone cable goes taut, and you stop.
It's great.
Volodymyr looks at it, looks at the phone, looks at it, looks at Rosalind. I'm going to ask you a favor. Unplug.
Don't drag me into this. And she'll just kind of back away.
Volodymyr curses.
What do you mean unplug? Unplug
Unplug
what?
from wall.
I like her.
You mean the phone?
She's smart.
Yes.
It's not my phone. Ask Hunter.
Hunter, please unplug from wall.
Is it going to keep you from touching other stuff?
Probably.
He unplugs it.
When he unplugs it, there is no sound from the phone.
Volodymyr just starts screaming. Just there is a string of vociferous curses. Sulfur is pouring from his lips as he goes into what can only be described as a full-on tantrum.
Think it
Legit.
didn't work.
Oh, it worked.
And
Kinda.
then it stopped.
Well, if we find somewhere to plug it in back in the market,
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but where? Most
The
places don't
curses start
have
petering
phones like that
out.
anymore.
I'm sure we could find something.
like an old public phone, something
I
like
could
that.
maybe make something.
Mm,
You do that.
Not here, make something there. I make something in market to connect phone to market.
That's an even better idea. Make it over there. I like that.
I've had an idea.
You shouldn't leave your tech lying around, though. We
I've
don't want
had
other
an
people using it.
idea.
We don't want other people using your toys.
It will be small.
Something
Doesn't
like
matter. We don't want other people using your toys. So
We carry with us. Plug in, unplug.
mm,
Okay.
I have a wonderful idea.
All right. So I think one more slice of pizza and we get going.
Sounds like a plan to me.
yep.
Rosalind? we're obviously not going to force you to jump into this. And by the way, smart move not getting sucked into his shit.
I think
No pressure, but would you like to come with us?
I think I would be useful for once.
I think you can help out also.
She'll join you, whoever's vehicle we're going into.
I assume it's probably mine.
Yeah,
It's yours.
Hunter's
Yeah.
one because it's big enough to hold all of us, and two, Lily doesn't have her license yet.
Yeah, he's
And
the
apparently I
driver.
have a portable insurance policy and
You do.
our friend here. So
Yes.
Okay, so driving downtown to Chinatown.
I do want to specify one thing though. I'm taking the phone cable with me.
Just the phone cable or the
No,
phone and the cable?
I'm taking the entire, like the phone,
The
cables
phone
attached
and
to
the cable.
the-
Yep.
The plan I have, I need the cable.
all
Yes.
10 feet of it.
Yes.
Those of the unlike more modern landlines, if you want to call them modern, the Bakelite phones do not unplug the cable at both ends. The cable came out of the phone and plugged into the wall. You could not unclip it and pull it out of the phone. It was hardwired in. So yes, when you take the phone, you are taking the cable along with it.
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. This is going to be perfect.
Okay.
I have concerns.
Yeah.
Okay, driving downtown on a Friday evening in Toronto is always an adventure, and particularly when you're driving down to Chinatown. Hunter, I would like you to roll me, please, a dexterity plus drive.
Hmm.
Nothing too complicated, 6s and up.
No. Why would it be complicated? It's only traffic. Wink, wink, nudge,
It's,
nudge.
it's just a whole lot of traffic.
I'm gonna put Waze on my phone to help him.
3.
3? Yeah, that's enough. That nothing remarkable happens. It's a standard drive in downtown Toronto. Having done it myself, it does take some skill not to, 1, hit anyone, and 2, not to scream at people, which you're tempted to anyways.
He's used to driving in New York City, so
Actually,
it's
yep,
somewhat similar.
I have driven in both Toronto and New York City, and yes, there are huge similarities. The only difference being some New York City streets in the main areas are sometimes 3 and 4 lanes wide, which in downtown Toronto is
probably
rare,
not.
rare, but does happen. University Avenue and some parts of Spadina have got a little bit of girth to them. Now, where did you want to start in Chinatown? Because it's not huge, but it's a good chunk of space.
I'd probably have Fagwa sit in the passenger seat since she did the most research.
The last time you were here, Fagwa, where you kind of noticed things going on was kind of the east edge of Chinatown when you were kind of entering into it from downtown Toronto. And there is indeed paid parking down in that area. A good number of lots, they're still fairly full. And for a Friday evening, it is busy as heck down there. A lot of pedestrians, the markets are still open, and they are standard Asian style grocery stores, which means when the store is open, there are stands of fruit and vegetables out front. There are piles of umbrellas. There are tables full of wallets and tchotchkes and all sorts of stuff. And there are, of course, they intrude onto the sidewalk as far as they can go without shoving the pedestrians into the street. And they kind of shove the pedestrians into the street anyways.
Yes, I'm gonna try to guide us basically to like the furthest out place.
You can there's parking actually near the Art Gallery of Ontario, which is just up Dundas a little bit. And it's a short stroll from there. It's kind of it's about a block or so to where Chinatown starts from that area. So yeah, I take it you're parking the car and all of you were going to walk on foot. Volodymyr with the phone in his hand.
I'll go near Sagwa. Bagua.
Bagua.
Okay. It's busy. There are it's very people-y here.
I'm gonna try to guide them to one of the places where I felt
Okay.
the wave and be like, we can start here. I don't know.
Okay. I would like everyone to give me a roll of perception plus kenning. 9s and 10s, please.
Technically, I'm good at this.
And
Does detail oriented come into play?
oh yes, that does indeed, as does your specialty, Lily.
Botch. I botched. That's a botch.
Dang.
Okay, now there are no botches in
Okay,
what are
that
I
is,
don't worry about ones. I don't worry about ones.
then that is just a failure.
Okay, if there were no successes, there were just no successes. Nothing bad happens.
Does sevens count as a success?
Or I already forgot the.
Yeah, wait, what did I say? Oh, no. It was 8s, 9s, and 10s?
It's a
Or was it
I
9.
got
nines and
0
tens?
successes.
9s and 10s. Yeah,
Said it was 9s and 10s.
yeah, sorry,
Ah.
9s and 10s.
2 10s. So 4 altogether.
4, 2.
One.
I got 3
Okay.
7s also, just for funsies.
Hang on a second here.
Storyteller information.
Oh, wow.
Ah. Hmm. Let's see. Is it across the street?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. And how wide is that? Like, is there traffic in the way?
There's traffic. It's 2 lanes. The traffic is moving slowly. A lot of people jaywalk in Chinatown because the traffic never gets up enough speed to be threatening. Of course, that doesn't mean that horns aren't honked and people don't yell at each other, but jaywalking is a fact of life in Chinatown. Well, in certain parts of Chinatown.
But I was gonna say Toronto, to be honest.
Yeah, jaywalking Spadina can be a little dangerous. Some streets, yeah, some streets, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, where
it
you are
depends.
around Dundas and Beverly, yeah, you can cross the street pretty easily.
Ah. So Lily would kind of look at the Motley and see if anybody else noticed this. So anybody else feeling anything, noticing anything?
No, no one else seems to notice anything. As a matter of fact, Vladimir doesn't even really notice the ground.
Oh. So
Volodymyr
he's
is
staring at his
the-
shoes, studying the
He's
laces, and
he's staring at the phone that he's got in his hands with love in his eyes.
He's found an interestingly shaped piece of bubble gum on the ground. Now the phone's good. Sorry. Hey, do you think that guy's staring at us over there?
You're pointing this out to people now, to the motley?
Yeah, not actually pointing, just being like, you know, saying that aloud.
And
And I may like take a step or two in that direction,
Storyteller,
but like still on the sidewalk yet.
would you compare empathy to insight in this game?
Yeah, why not?
Just because a hunter's training as an officer, could I do wits and empathy to see if I could
yes,
notice that based
actually,
off of
yep,
body
yep.
language?
Yep, you could indeed. And 8s, 9s, and 10s. Actually, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s because of your training.
Um,
10,
I
10,
noticed
9,
this.
9, 8.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. Give me a second here. I will just. Sorry, Rosaline, you were doing which?
I was gonna say I could help out with an omen, but
We'll get to that.
Okay.
Are you speaking of the gentleman across the street with the black t-shirt and the really green eyes, like he should be an extra in Big Trouble in Little China?
I don't know that movie, but he sure seems. And she's gonna kind of like wiggle her hands a little bit. Interesting.
We'll have a movie night, but that's not something that
Some other
is
time.
normal.
What do you think about crossing the street? I'm thinking about crossing the street.
We can cross the street together. I think you should stay close to me, just in case.
Well, sure.
Sure. Anybody else tagging along, or you like just keeping an eye from a distance?
I imagine not only is Volodymyr clueless that this is happening, Volodymyr's attention has shifted to his plan for using his device to find the tanuki. So he's looking for something completely different.
Fago is gonna like kind of look in the general direction. It's not gonna look direct, like it's gonna look at them cross, not at the person. And it's gonna stay behind, but keeping an eye on the guy and seeing if anyone else is looking at the guy specifically. Someone
Okay.
else is looking at the
So
guy.
Hunter and Lily are crossing. Vladimir is looking around for a place to plug in the phone. Fagwa is staying on the north side of the street and watching. And Rosaline is
I wanted to be near Fagwa because
okay.
I wanted to
So
help her scope out what she was feeling.
okay.
I saw the guy and I want to analyze him too, make sure.
Yeah. The two of you on the north side of the street, Fagwa and Rosaline, about the time Hunter and Lily get halfway across the street and continue jaywalking through the slow-moving traffic, you can see that what they're aiming for is a young Asian gentleman. It looks to be probably late teens, early 20s. Black t-shirt, jeans, sneakers, nothing that kind of stands out, but he's kind of lounging against the wall of the Lucky Moose Food Mart. There are stands of fruit and vegetables out front. There are people obviously doing business and shopping out front. He's a little strange in that he has this little pool of calm amongst the tumultuous, energetic ongoings around him. Hands in his pockets, leaning back against the brick wall. And for someone of that persuasion, he has the most incredibly intense green eyes you have ever seen. And he's watching Hunter and Lily, quite obviously, as they approach him.
She'll kind of look at her amulet. It's almost as green as that. And kind of just look at him and try to see what she can make of him. And use Omen.
Yeah, give me a roll of You're going to want to roll actor plus soothsay, so 5 dice. It's going to cost you another glamour. And you are going to want 7s to 10s.
Two successes.
You can determine that this person is a lucky meeting.
Is it what?
Lucky meeting. That meeting him is a favorable thing. It was a bit of luck that has obviously connected the motley to this green-eyed person.
Okay.
You can get that you can't really tell his, normally with, sometimes you can tell court allegiance, whether they're Seelie, unseelie, that sort of thing. You can't really tell with this one. You're getting cross signals. It doesn't really, something about him doesn't feel right. It feels right, but it doesn't at the same time. But you do get the feeling that this is a good and positive thing, meeting him in some manner.
I'll whisper to Fagua. That is who we need to see. That's what you're looking for. And she'll kind of just go towards Hunter and Lily.
I assume we're probably halfway across the street at this point.
Yep.
So I got my arm around Lily like we're pretending to be a couple, and I lean over and her ear. And I'm like, so we can't really avoid eye contact because he's obviously staring right at us. By the time we get across, what's your game plan? And we're still attempting to push through people, traffic, attempting to get across.
Plan? Yeah, I was just say hi. I didn't have a plan.
Okay.
That's
didn't-
mostly our plan
That's mostly our plan.
for anything.
And I mean, he is staring.
I know. I'm just making sure you have a heads up of, I don't know if we're walking into a trap or somebody about
No, I
to
don't
jump
either,
us,
but
or you know what I mean?
The
So
whole premise is walk in like it's okay, be prepared for if it's not.
that's the best we can hope.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so Rosaline is now crossing the street as well. Fagua, what you doing?
I'm gonna move near Volodymyr just to make sure that he doesn't get lost by himself somewhere. No, and I'm gonna continue just watching them. Like even though Rosalind said it's a good omen, I have a feeling that he's not alone. So I want to continue watching him.
Okay. So Hunter and Lily get across the street.
Yep.
So you're now about a sidewalk width and a bit of an angle from him, 12, 15 feet. Are you, yeah, he's kind of about 5 feet to one side of the main doors into the Lucky Moose.
Okay. I think I'm just kind of gonna wave at him
Okay.
and say hi.
You wave at him and you say hello as you walk up, and one eyebrow kind of crawls up his forehead. And he kind of gives you a look and gives Hunter a bit more of a look and straightens up a bit and says, "So your friend's going to join us?"
Oh, well, hopefully. Yeah, and I might kind of do a,
And as you're waving at the other two, he kind of straightens up and says, "Okay, come in the back." And he walks into the Lucky Moose.
well, we'll be following, but I'm kind of just gonna check that they're like, I might like wait till they get to the sidewalk and then go in.
Yeah.
Okay. Rosaline is only a few seconds behind.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
have,
because
she crosses.
Vladimir is still like way back.
Yeah, she crosses just as this mysterious figure steps into the food mart.
And she'll whisper to Lily, "He's what we're looking for, but not all quite good." And then she'll kind of go in wherever he entered.
Okay, Fagwa and Vladimir.
I'll grab him and be like, "We gotta go," and guide him through the cars, making sure he doesn't get
Was making a beeline for one of those boxes on the side of buildings that have where the wires that come from the phone lines
phone
and
boxes.
no, like the junction boxes where
Yeah.
there's the power cables and the phone lines, and then they come down to the box on the side of the building, and then from there go into the building. He was making a beeline for one of those boxes.
There aren't any on the fronts of buildings in Toronto. They're all in the back.
Which means
What about
Volodymyr is
those,
looking for an alley.
Yes, which they're really hard to find in Chinatown, weirdly.
What are those boxes that are also Pokestops?
Yes, there are boxes out on the sidewalk themselves. They're usually large. They're usually either gray or green,
And then they paint them.
They paint them
Yeah, but there's
cool colors, and they are.
Yeah, but
They're what you're looking for.
Yeah, but there's also people around.
Yes.
But you're now.
So
being
yeah,
across
you're
the
going to be
street.
spending enough time trying to figure out, how do I get in the back? Do I do this in front of people? I shouldn't do this in front of people. Where do we get to the back around here? What the heck is this place? Okay, how do I find these boxes?
Yoink.
Yeah.
Lots of time for Fagwa to grab you by the collar and go, "Yeah, no, you're."
Yeah. We gotta go.
So it takes half a minute for Fagwa and Vladimir to join you guys. And Rosaline has already stepped into the Lucky Moose.
Yeah.
I would
we
follow
should-
her
Yep.
really quickly and be like, "I'll keep an eye on her."
The Lucky Moose, as you kind of straggle in three groups, it smells like a fantastic Asian food market. You can smell that mix of fruits and vegetables, and just they have a specific scent all themselves that is just mouth-watering. Most of the displays are wood, obviously old and have been used forever and are still in great shape. There's an old linoleum covered counter at the front with an old cash register on it. and a tiny little Asian gentleman who's ringing people through. There are a variety of customers scattered through. The Lucky Moose is a fairly good size. However, you can see kind of up one of the rows all the way at the far end. You've got those two big gray swinging doors with the small kind of plastic windows in them. And your mysterious figure is kind of standing by one of the doors, hands in his pocket again, just kind of bouncing on the balls of his feet, obviously waiting.
Why are we in here?
I don't know. They found something. We gotta stick together.
So you two are behind me now?
So yes,
like-
so it's kind of
but like-
Hunter and Rosaline are halfway up the aisle. Lily is just entering the aisle, and Vladimir and Fagua have just come in the doors.
Okay. So
Rosaline
I'm just
would
trying to
keep
figure out if
going.
I would hear them or not.
Probably.
Okay.
And it's Volodymyr.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not being stealthy about it.
No.
Yeah. No.
He
that's-
doesn't sneak.
He doesn't stealth.
No. So,
He's
and just before Rosaline and Hunter get to him, he just kind of shoulders his way through the door, gives you a head nod, and strolls into the back.
Rosaline would want to keep an eye on him, so keep pace.
Still just heading towards the same direction, but also like trying to let these two catch up a bit.
Yeah, he'd kind of do the same thing in between. Like he'd be following her, but turning to see Lily and be like pointing at the door before he entered in behind her.
Just like, okay, and maybe like let you catch up. And so yeah, I'm not sure what's up here, but there's something about that guy that we're following, and he was definitely staring at us from across the street when we were outside.
What guy? We're following a guy?
We are following a guy. Please don't touch anything until it looks like we're in danger or something.
Well, there's two options. He's taking us in the back to take our organs, or he knows something
Yes,
we
it's
don't
like
know.
those old movies. Those
Ah.
old movies. The Bond, the old Bond movies. They take us in the back.
Guys.
There are lots of men